Well, hello once again. This is me, Leonard Wells, broadcasting as usual and as ever from HASLINGDEN, north of Manchester in the UK, 30 miles or 50 kilometres due north of Manchester in the UK, on Thursday the 22nd of September 2011. An item of news today set me thinking, and it's about a company which is called Cowdrea. I think that's how you pronounce it, because I've not actually heard anybody say it. But it's a gas exploration company which uses a procedure called fracking, which means applying high pressure underground to turn shale into usable gas. And then it comes to the surface. And they reckon they found trillions of cubic meters of this gas, which is great for Britain. Great news, especially when there are thousands of elderly people can't afford to put their central heating on because the gas we import from abroad costs us too much, especially when provided by rip-off power companies. But what gets me is that there's always somebody, some what I call amateur experts, who want to object to anything that we do to produce power. Anybody who proposes wind farms, they're an eyesore. Oh, they ruin the views of the countryside. Or put them out at sea. The birds will run into them and damage their wings and all this sort of business. We can't use coal. Oh God, even if it's the latest, most modern process. Oh no, we mustn't use coal. And nuclear, you mustn't use nuclear. Oh my God. Well, of course, the same thing is applied with this gas fracking, as it's called, process. And there are people camped out in the Fylde in Lancashire, which is where they propose to get this gas from underground. And these people are objecting to having anything to do with it. Well, what do they want us to do? Do they want the entire population of the planet to move to another planet so this planet's not touched anymore? I mean, you often hear them saying, oh no, we mustn't have this kind of setup here because the lesser spotted three-toed magpie mates there on a Pancake Tuesday or on a Christmas Eve or some such crazy notion like that. Well, I'm going to suggest something even further remote. Maybe we'll find a lot of people objecting to this. When we've got millions out of work, when we can hardly afford anything, although this government seems to find money to spend 300 million on bombs in Libya, when the Conservatives closed the majority of the coal mines in this country, we used to produce our own gas, when I was a boy, from coal. I admit, in those days, coal was burnt in every house and every home. And the air was thick with it. If you put your washing out on the line, it became speckled after a short time. And when it was foggy, we used to get what was called smog. And it could kill you, this smog. You could hardly see your hand in front of your face. And in London in the 50s, people had to stay indoors. It was appalling. But times have moved on since then. And most of the poor air that we have comes from the motor car. Because so many people have lost the use of their legs in this country. Literally. They won't go anywhere unless they can go in the car. I'm sure they would live in the car if it was possible. when I was a boy, alright, that's a very favourite phrase of mine, but when I was a boy, most people went shopping on foot. You either walked or took the bus, and you came home carrying 4 or 5 carrier bags, or if there was 2 of you, 7 or 8 carrier bags. What I was suggesting about coal is this. With so many millions out of work, why not think about mining coal again here and converting it to gas? Yes, it might seem a backward step, but we've got 100 years of coal underground, usable coal. Coal that God gave us to use, and it made this country the greatest industrial nation on earth. And the Industrial Revolution started here because of our coal. I mean, it isn't actually a great fuel. Not quite as conveniently transportable as oil, maybe, but still very useful. Excuse me. And out of the process of making gas from coal was left coke, and coke was used in the steel industry. So we didn't waste things in those days. And mining, alright, mining is a dirty game underground. It's a dangerous game too. But nevertheless, many miners lived the life and enjoyed the life, and there was comradeship amongst miners. So that's my thoughts today. Amateur experts, stay home and leave it to the real experts. And all you bird fanciers, all I can suggest is you keep pigeons. That's about all I can say, because the rest of the time you're a pain in the butt. So there we have it. God bless, while it's still legal here in the UK to say God bless. Take care. Bye for now.